I don't know if I can go on anymore. No, Kale, you gotta do it. You gotta f him up, cause we got this, and I love you. I love you too. But as sisters. Yeah, as sisters. Yeah, that's definitely what I meant when I said that.
What the fuck is a righteous glory? If you've seen the channel name before, then you already know who I am. I have not recorded a video in a very long time, and truthfully, I have been lazy. But then the other part is that I have a whole new setup in my room, so I've just been overthinking the fuck out of how I'm gonna set up my mic, how I'm gonna set up the lighting, and how I'm going to do a lot of things, when really the answer was extremely simple. But anyway, that aside, today we're going to be talking about something a little different. In particular, Dragon Ball Super. I remember when it first came out, I remember how hype all of my friends were, and truthfully, I was still somewhat of a casual. I still kind of am. I didn't really give a shit. And I liked Dragon Ball growing up. It's just like, it was always just kind of like, eh. It was one of those animes that you could watch when you're bored and you wanted to see some fighting. But to be honest, Super was kind of disappointing to me. I guess this is a review, even though I've never done this before, so I will leave like some kind of score at the end. But yeah, I'm really gonna only focus on the Tournament of Power because that was like the main hype thing that everybody was fucking talking about and still kind of talks about to this day. Before we get there, for the people that have never watched it, I'm gonna summarize every single arc up until that point. Let's begin. So in the beginning, Goku gets fucked up by a cat guy that is supposedly universally known as some doer of destruction. The doer then proceeds to go to Earth, visits Bulma's spaceship or something. No, cruise ship, not spaceship. And he slaps the shit out of Bulma because Bulma slaps him, you know, equal rights, equal fights, so fuck you, Bulma. Vegeta then proceeds to get really upset and he says, "That's my..." He loses though because Goku is the main character and all of a sudden gets this power of a god, thanks to his unborn child in Vidal's stomach. The doer of destruction washes Goku and then grows a slight attachment to him because he was the strongest guy he's ever fought in. So then he decides to spare Earth. Next, Frieza comes back for some reason and decides to get iced out. Goku and Vegeta return from the doer of destruction's world and Vegeta gets his first W against a Ginyu who had only been brought back for about 5 minutes. Goku fights Frieza and loses because he's stupid. So the doer of destruction's femboy servant rewinds time because he felt bad, and then Goku steals another W from Vegeta. Then the doer of destruction's fat brother Big Chungus comes along and decides he wants Earth because his got destroyed. So then basically Goku and friends fight in a tournament the doer is made for some giant dragon testicles, and of course Goku wins because he's the main character. Oh, and because this is important for later on, Vegeta fights a Cabbage and purposely makes the Cabbage mad so that the Cabbage goes Super Saiyan. After that, Future Trunks comes back to the better timeline because he's having issues with the Black Goku. And after they smoke that nigga, after they smoke the Black Goku, the Japanese Goku decides that he wants to fight really strong men. So he goes to the universe's Grand Master and he tells them that he wants to fight really strong men. And they say, no, fuck you, we're gonna add some women too. And then the Tournament of Power happened. Okay, now that we're caught up, I'm gonna start by saying this. Why the fuck did they keep teasing us with Majin Buu? In both tournaments, they teased like fucking Buu was gonna fight, and I get it. Buu is overpowered. Like, we know not to add him into a tournament. But don't tease like he gonna be there. I did really like the fact that they brought back Frieza and 17. But Tien was fucking stupid. Like, really, Tien, bro? You might as well fucking pick the Yamcha. What the fuck is Tien gonna do? Somehow he actually lasted longer than Krillin. And I know, like, Krillin has a bad rep, but compared to Tien, he was, like, putting in work low-key in some of the episodes. And he was kind of getting his shit together, but he was the first one out, not surprisingly. But then at the same time, I wish they did him a little bit more justice. If they were really gonna add someone, they should have added someone like fucking Pikkon. I mean, he is from Universe 7. If they could bring back Frieza, they could have definitely brought back Pikkon. But then again, they would have had to give him some screen time, and Goku was kind of hogging the scene with, you know, his whole Ultra Instinct shit. With the team they had, Universe 7 should not have been leading for as long as they did, but I digress. Universe 11 was cool, with Jiren, Top, or Topo, whatever the fuck his name is, and Dispo. They're a cool trio, but who the fuck is Jiren, and where the fuck is he coming from? Like, that's my thing. You guys just throwing these random motherfuckers in just so Goku has someone strong to fight. I did not like that there was no origin or any kind of build-up behind Jiren. They mentioned him one time once they announced the Tournament of Power, and they were just like,
yeah, this really strong guy named Jiren that looks like a fucking cockroach.
But that was about it. Although baby Jiren was cute as shit, his backstory was fucking stupid. Jiren wants to win the Super Dragon Balls because someone killed his parents and he's really upset about it. And they tell us this in the middle of the tournament when we're already rooting for Goku because he's in UI and shit. Like, bro, who gives a fuck? Fuck this nigga up. Like, how the fuck you want me to sympathize with him when we have Ultra Instinct Goku in the fucking ring? That shit was kind of stupid to me. But that doesn't even compare to the train wreck that was cauliflower and kale. Don't get me wrong, I did like the fact that they introduced some female Saiyans with the addition of Universe 6, but again, where the fuck are they coming from? There's no context. They're just throwing these people in. And something like female Saiyans, you would expect to have some kind of context behind them. But, you know, they're just there, right? They just throw them in and they could go Super Saiyan and shit. Pretty much what happened was, Big Chungus tells Cabbage that he needs fighters. So Cabbage decides to recruit this female Saiyan mob boss named Cauliflower and her not-so-secret admirer named Kale. Cabbage shows them Super Saiyan and then tells them that they have to be very upset to reach that form. Cauliflower says in response that if she makes her back tingle enough that she could do it too. And then she does it too. Kale attempts it but fails because she's a timid vegetable. But then when it seems like Cauliflower begins to reconsider her sexuality and goes off with Cabbage, Kale becomes very upset.
That's my cauliflower.
And after her back tingles excessively, she becomes a legendary Super Saiyan and fucks Cabbage up. At this point, it's apparent that Super Saiyan has kind of lost all its value and meaning. I mean, it kind of lost its value and meaning with Goten and Trunks. This explanation was just dumb. Like, her back tingled, bro. Her back fucking tingled. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me with this shit? And then Kale turned into a legendary Super Saiyan because she was threatened that Cabbage was gonna steal her bitch. I just genuinely dislike the fact that they brought in these random female Saiyans and did not explain much about them. Just like, hey, there's some female Saiyans now, and they could both go Super Saiyan after never transforming ever before that point. I mean, but overall, I actually liked them as characters. I thought they were both cool additions. I just wish I knew more about them. But since we're already complaining, I guess another thing that I didn't like about them was that whole we're sisters bullshit to cover up their obvious feelings for each other. If y'all are gonna go a direction, go all the way. Like, what the fuck are y'all gonna hold back for? Their pub level acting skills for how they felt about each other was kind of cringy. Every time they're having a moment, they try and cut it off and try and play it off like, yeah, we're just sisters though. We're just sisters. Got it. Just friends. Just friends.
Cauliflower, I don't know if I can go on anymore. No, Kale, you gotta do it. You gotta fuck him up. Cause we got this. And I love you. I love you too. But as sisters. Yeah, as sisters, yeah. That's definitely what I meant when I said that.
Most of the Tournament of Power was filler. There was 80 fucking warriors and none of them were significant and most of the fights were boring, in my opinion. In the show, the tournament was supposed to be 48 minutes, but 48 minutes in real time is actually 50 episodes. It really pissed me off in like the last 3 or 4 episodes. Niggas kept saying, only 4 minutes left. Will our fighters win? Nigga, how the fuck does 4 minutes last 4 or 5 episodes? Like, what the fuck? But I will say, even though Frieza was on the sideline for most of the fights, I did enjoy his character. All the fucking witty remarks and all the stupid shit he was saying. Like, and just fucking messing with people. He fought a few fights and he obviously played a role in taking out Jiren, but I did just like watching him. Every time he was on screen, I'm just like, yo, I know I'm gonna fucking enjoy this. Him and 17 were my favorite part about the whole tournament. 17 still on par with Super Saiyan Blue Goku for some reason, even though he literally lives on a remote island and the only kind of training he really does is fending off his precious animals from animal poachers, which makes no sense. But I don't know. He needs to show me his fucking training regimen. Hit, I liked, but then he became obsolete to Jiren and he completely got destroyed. And he didn't really do much in the Tournament of Power, which was fucking dumb to me. The only dub he took in that tournament was saving either Cauliflower or Kale. I don't remember. It was one of them. And I know for Jiren as this antagonist, they're trying to go for this arrogant, super badass, fucking like, I'm gonna fuck everybody up type of like guy, but he literally went to sleep when he had 3 people left and Universe 7 was up by like 7 people.
Well, Jiren, it seems like we're actually winning. So we're winning, huh? Seems like a great time to take a nap for 20 minutes.
Cabbage was fucking useless and annoying throughout the whole shit. Ribrianne was fucking stupid with their whole, if you don't love the way I love, then you're fat phobic. 18 was useful for saving 17. Master Roshi started no fat but relapsed midway through the tournament. Tien was stupid and useless. Gohan was trash as fuck. I don't know why they keep trying to add him back as a fighter. Like, bro, just let the nigga be a dad. Piccolo was cool until he lost to Ant-Man and Gohan just stands over the edge and screams, Piccolo! And 80% of the filler fights were boring. The only fights I actually enjoyed were any with 17 or Frieza, and obviously the main events being with the back-tingling lesbians and the mutated zygote that took a little bit too much pre-workout. Vegeta actually took quite a few W's throughout the tournament, and he knocked out a God of Destruction, so you know what? Respect. Y'all actually gave Vegeta a fucking W for once, because he's always coming second to Goku. And he still did, but at least he did it with a little more pride. Anyway, the Kamehameha slide was cool. The final fight was actually pretty dope, and I liked the animations and like how fucking, it was really well done. I would say the Ultra Instinct fight with Jiren, it was fucking dope. And it was cool when 17 and Frieza came back, and Frieza looks at Goku at the end and is like,
throw me, Nick.
And you know, 17 won the tournament. I think that was a really great ending. Like 17 winning. Thank God it wasn't Goku. I still think it was dumb that with the Super Dragon Balls, he wanted to wish his family a cruise vacation when there's normal Dragon Balls, and if all else fails, there's Bulma. But whatever, man. You know, he ends up using the wish to bring back all the universes anyways. And then the Grandmasters pretty much look at everybody and say,
oh yeah, by the way, you guys fought for nothing, because this is gonna happen no matter who won if they decided to bring back every universe after they won.
So they pretty much fought for nothing. As to be expected, because obviously Dragon Ball is running out of fucking shit to do and plot. I can't say I hated Dragon Ball Super overall. I was just really underwhelmed with the Tournament of Power. I hope in the future they let us see Goten and Trunks a little more. And don't bring back future Trunks again unless you're gonna fucking put him in the regular timeline. Because the nigga just keeps coming back and forth for no reason. Every time he gets into a little bit of issues, he'll go to fucking Goku and Vegeta and then go back to his timeline. Like, what the fuck? Just leave him in the regular timeline. It doesn't make sense to keep sending him back. I think in terms of the story, it's dumb to continue forward, but Dragon Ball has so much demand around it that it would be financially unintelligent to not continue to make more of the anime for the casuals. But one thing I do look forward to that I did see in the manga was Kaioshin Vegeta. I do want to see that. Like, I think just giving Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue Evolve was pretty dumb. I want to see his fucking God of Destruction form. I give this anime a 6.5 out of 10. It was enjoyable, but it felt long and dragged out and had a very anticlimactic ending since they pretty much fought in the tournament for no reason. And that's about it. This is probably the longest video I've ever recorded. Definitely gonna cut it down because of all the fuck-ups and all the fucking technical difficulties I was having in the making of this video. But if you did enjoy this anime review, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't agree with me and you hated everything I had to say, please leave your comments in the comment section. And if you did agree with me or you wanted to discuss it further, please leave a comment in the comment section. I look forward to reading all of them. Once again, if you enjoyed, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Deuces.